Meet the 2019 Mitsubishi Triton, the first facelift in 4 years for Australia's third biggest selling ute. While it looks like an all-new model, this is a clever redesign of the Triton introduced in 2015. It's new from the windscreen forward and the rear fenders have been re-stamped, but the doors, cabin and tailgate carry over from before. The MY19 Triton also gains a raft of safety tech, some of which is first for the class. The only drawback to this major overhaul, the drive-away price has gone up. This one here is the flagship GLS Premium that replaces the Exceed. It costs $50,990 drive away, a $4,000 price rise, although it still undercuts the HiLux SR5 and Ranger XLT, both of which have been at $52,990 drive away as long-term offers. And yet the Triton still has more standard equipment than these top two sellers. Mitsubishi says drive-away prices for the new Triton range have risen because most models are better equipped than before, including safety aids not available on other models. The Triton earned 5 stars for safety when it was tested by ANCAP in March 2015. The core structure remains the same and every model still comes with 7 airbags, so it's expected to offer the same level of protection in a crash as before. The GLS and GLS Premium come with the works: autonomous emergency braking, lane wander warning, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot warning and misacceleration mitigation at car park speeds. The last 3 being safety firsts for the ute class. GLS models also come with large servings of chrome on the new shield grille and bumper, LED low and high beams and 18-inch wheels and tyres. The flagship GLS Premium is distinguished externally by a standard nudge bar and tub liner. Inside, the GLS Premium gains heated leather seats with electric adjustment for the driver, a 360-degree bird's eye view camera, and push-button start with a sensor key that unlocks both front doors. In addition to 2 USBs and 2 12-volt ports up front, the GLS comes with 2 USB ports for backseat passengers as well. There's dual-zone air conditioning for front seat occupants, and while the GLS does not have rear air vents in the traditional sense, Mitsubishi has designed a clever roof-mounted module that draws cool air from the front of the cabin and distributes it to the back. Downsides? As with all new Tritons, there's still no digital speed readout, and only the driver's window has one-touch auto-up function. The engine has no more power, but the 6-speed auto does give it a bit of a kick along. It's a little more perky than before. The engine is still calibrated to Euro 5 emission standards, which means there's no need for AdBlue additives. Despite the switch to a 6-speed auto, the official fuel rating claim has gone up from 7.6 to 8.6 litres per 100 for the auto. We'll do a more thorough check of real-world economy when we get behind the wheel for an extended test. Towing remains capped at 3,100 kilos across the range, but the payload has been trimmed. As before, the top-of-the-range Triton comes with Super Select, a centre differential that enables 4-wheel drive to be used on sealed roads. It remains the only ute in its class with this flexibility. Only the flagship GLS Premium gets an electronic rear differential lock, even though you could argue buyers of cheaper Tritons might be more inclined to take them off-road. Both GLS models also gain hill descent control and 4 switchable off-road driving modes, including gravel, mud and snow, sand and rock crawling. Other welcome changes: GLS models now get bigger front brakes, however they do retain drums at the rear, as with most rivals. The suspension is pretty composed on the open road at cruising speeds, but low-speed rides a bit jiggly, even by ute standards. The steering and suspension have been completely retuned, so it steers a bit more sharply and it's a bit softer over bumps. It's a really good compromise, and Mitsubishi clearly has taken this chassis as far as it can. Likes? It's safe to say this is the best looking Triton of all time. It finally looks tough. And Mitsubishi deserves credit for loading extra safety tech, and it's an honest price for an honest vehicle. Dislikes? The engine could do with a bit more grunt, it would be great to increase towing capacity, and the cap price servicing program runs out after 3 years, even though the warranty lasts for 7. To sum up, the new Triton is certainly worth a lap around the block before you sign on the dotted line for something else.